Hey guys, today I'll be comparing the two rarest stands in the anime fighting simulator, TUSK Act 4 and Made in Heaven. So I started grinding for Ollie so I could get him a good stand. He really wanted TUSK Act 4, and I finally was able to get him TUSK Act 4 after doing a few boss fights. It took me 8,000 secure solids exactly to make it, to get it for him. So not too much. Actually, 9,000 it took me. It took me 9,000 secure solids to get it for him, and it took me 6,000 secure solids to get Made in Heaven. So you don't, as long as you're lucky, you don't need too many secure solids to get it. I know some people actually got with only 1,000 for Made in Heaven. So, and this is the rarest one in the game. So pretty crazy. So these are both legendary rarity stands. The rarity of TUSK Act 4 is double that of Made in Heaven's at 0.91%. You have a 0.91% chance of getting TUSK Act 4, and then you have a 0.45% chance of getting Made in Heaven. So you're much more likely to get TUSK Act 4 than Made in Heaven. But still, sometimes you're going to be able to get Made in Heaven before TUSK Act 4, as I did. So, I'll show you guys the different abilities. I'll read out the abilities. I'll give you guys the scalings for them, what they scale with. And then I'll also give you guys the multipliers of each of the moves. And I'll show you guys, like, some of the ranges of them and then what they do. So, I'll show you guys TUSK Act 4 first, as this is less rare. Let me go over here. So, I'll show you guys the design of it first. It's like a little pink guy. Turn off my stand so I don't accidentally punch the eye like I did last time. So as you can see, it has a little star, Johnny Joe star. So it's like a pink stand. It has like he has black, yellow, and pink. You can see his little head. I think that's his head, white on his chest right over there. Pretty cool. So yeah, that's the design of it. Looks headless, but his head is actually on his chest. So that's the design of TUSK Act 4. So it has 4 moves. I actually consider it 5 due to the tap/left click to punch. That's like the weakest move of it all, but I still consider it an attack. So I consider it 5 moves, but you can consider it 4 or 5 moves, whatever you want to. So this is the first move we have, the tap to punch. 36,000 damage. It varies between players, but I'll just say the damage. I keep tripping up on words. I'll just say the damage so you can compare it to each of the moves, from each of the moves. I do not know the scaling for the tap/left click to punch though. Okay, Z, which is rapid punch. This is 4 times per tick. So you can see that. This is the same between Made in Heaven, but Made in Heaven does have a higher multiplier per tick at 5 times per tick instead of just 4 times per tick. So yeah, that's the difference between their rapid punches. They have X, which is the heavy punch. I keep on tapping the screen on accident. The heavy punch, which is that, causes knockback and it does tons of damage. The scaling for this, let me check the scaling. It is 25 times the damage. Okay, this next ability that we have, which is C, I was starting to get into the abilities that are exclusive to TUSK Act 4. So this one is a fairly close range attack. So TUSK Act 4 smashes the ground, and its infinite rotation causes it to bring people into you, and then start punching them with TUSK Act 4. It's pretty much like they can't move at all. And then you start doing rapid punches, but the rapid punches do way more damage than before. So like 25 times per tick, so at way more. And that one, not 25 times per tick, sorry, 5 times per tick, I think. No, it's not 5 times, I'm not sure, but it's way higher. I'm not sure the exact scaling for that one, though. And then this one, V, it's a long-range attack for TUSK Act 4. Not too long-range, you can't expect it to go, like, across everywhere. But it's a fairly long range. I'd say around the size of the cell arena. It's not an AoE attack, but it's like the diameter of the cell arena. So it has a nice amount of damage. And this, I was about the end of the range of it, but it will carry people along with it, as I will demonstrate right here. So if you're close enough, it will carry people a very long way, so they can just fly away and they can have a harder time attacking you. And this one has, I think the scaling for it on total is 72 times, so pretty nice. So that is the abilities of TUSK Act 4. I personally love TUSK Act 4. It's a very cool power, and I especially love the knockback of it. Makes it so people have a hard time beating you up. and also it does a ton of damage. Not as much damage as Made in Heaven, that is, though. Okay, now let's get into Made in Heaven. So let's go. Let me see if I can find. Oh, there we go. Let's go ahead, go all the way back, and I'll show you guys the design of Made in Heaven. Actually, I forgot. I have to read out the abilities for Tusk Act 4. I'm gonna skip the Z and X abilities because they're pretty much the same throughout all of them, and you probably already seen them. But the C ability, Rotation Tornado. Tusk Act 4 summons a tornado that pulls in players into his Rapid Punch, dealing huge damage. And then V, Rotation Punch. A powerful punch that drags players along with its force, dealing huge damage. So those are what it says. That's what the little description of the two main abilities of Tusk Act 4. So that is an insanely cool stand. Now, let's get into Made in Heaven. So, this is the stand. I think it's called a centaur. It's like I'm not 100% sure on that, but it is like a horse attached to a man, like an alien-looking thing, a cyclops. I don't know what it is, but that's what it looks like. The little design of Made in Heaven. So, it has, once again, it has the tap to punch ability, and then it has this. I had it here on my screen. I do not know the scaling for that one. It may be a little bit higher than Tusk Act 4's, following the trend of the other abilities, but I'm not 100% sure on that. So we have the Z ability, Rapid Punch. This is 5 times a tick, instead of Tusk Act 4's 4 times a tick, as I said earlier. We have this X ability. This has a 30 times attack. 30 times your chakra multiplier, as you can see right there, instead of Tusk's 25 times. C, which is these are Tusk Act 4's exclusive abilities. The abilities are exclusive to Tusk Act 4. This is more of a longer range one, does tons of damage as well. C, you have to be fairly close. It's like a medium range, close to medium range. I'd say more of a close range. You do have to be fairly close to them, but it does extend your range by a nice amount. So you saw how much damage that does. That one does, let me check, that one has a 70 times scaling of chakra. All the moves are Made in Heaven scale of chakra. Okay, and let's go for the last ability. This is the main ability and the heaviest hitter of Made in Heaven, which is the Universe Reset. So this one is around the size of the Skull Arena, slightly less, around 60 to 80%. I'll say around 65% of the size of the Skull Arena, or 75, I'm not sure. It's a nice amount of this size of the Skull Arena. It's an AoE attack as well, which is cool. So it is V. Let me show you guys it. Right there, it just does a ton of damage. That one has an 85 times chakra scaling, which is insanely cool. I also love the inverted colors. That gives it like a little cool effect as well. Makes you feel more powerful when you use it. And now into the scaling of both. As I said earlier, Made in Heaven scales with chakra, and then Tusk Act 4, actually, it scales with 2 things, like some other abilities in this game. It scales with both chakra and strength. So from what I know, X and then Z and X both scale strength, and then the tornado abilities, the rotation punch abilities, tornado abilities, whatever you want to call it, those scale chakra. So mostly scaling with chakra, since those are the main abilities that you're going to be using, but it does scale with both. I know a lot of people are strength mains. I am a chakra main, as you can see right here. I can show you my chakra. I'm a chakra main. I have like 5 trillion strength. I got like double the chakra that I have as strength. So I am a chakra main as of right now. And so is Ari. Ari has only been training with chakra for some reason. I don't know why he's only been training with chakra, but he has. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for my comparison. I'm gonna go just mess around with it. I want to test out some tornado stuff. I do want to see. One thing I do want to test out. Can I attack while in the tornado? I think I might be able to attack with Made in Heaven. Let's go try out. Rotation tornado. Yes, you are able to attack while in the rotation tornado. That is insanely cool. Let's try this other one. This one's probably going to be insanely hard to time and everything. You do have to time this one insanely well. It's going to be pretty hard to do. But if you're close enough to your enemy, and then you use this punch, and then you just use the Universe Reset at the same time. Go! Oh, I actually tapped before. Oops. Let's try it again. One more time. I'm going to test it out. Okay, let's go right over here. It should still work. Once again, you gotta try it out. I'm just doing it for fun. I love the knockback of the TUSK Act 4, though. It's insane. Okay, go. Yeah, it moves you back so fast that you have to click right after they shoot at you. So yeah, it's gonna be very hard to attack when you're fighting against TUSK Act 4. So yeah, insanely good. They're both insanely good. It kind of depends on personal preference though. If you want to do more damage at a closer range, Mayhem is more of a close to medium range heavy hitter. He does tons of damage on close to medium range. If you want that, you can go ahead and get Made in Heaven. And then, if you have Tusk, it's more of a mid to long range, and it does less damage than, a nice amount less than TUSK Act 4. Not too much less, but a nice amount less. But it has a way longer range. I wouldn't say a nice amount less. It's just a bit less. So if you have TUSK Act 4, I wouldn't really recommend switching to Made in Heaven. That's just my honest opinion. I'm not being biased because I got Made in Heaven, and my little brother has TUSK. I honestly just find it personal preference. And if you have TUSK, I don't find a point in just switching to Made in Heaven unless you really, really want to have the best, well, not the best powers. TUSK Act 4 is definitely better in some ways than Made in Heaven. It's way more versatile. But yeah, I wouldn't really recommend switching. If you have TUSK, I wouldn't really recommend switching that off for Made in Heaven at all. But that's just my personal opinion. So I'm going to be ending this video right here. Make sure you guys subscribe to 2 Kids in a Pod if you want some more videos like this. I hope you enjoyed this comparison video, and hopefully it helps you out on deciding whether you should keep Made in Heaven or TUSK Act 4, or which one you should try to get. So, hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys!